Okay, here we are again. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is you're here. I'm glad you are. So, we're going to do some more in our lovely bag journal. I have done a bit, kind of picking up where we left off, and I added a bunch of stenciling. So, just give you kind of a quick, I've just done some very quick, I shouldn't say quick, because I mean there's a lot of pages here, so I went every few and I added a stencil, all in our colors. So I'll just show a few of the things that I have added, just to add some more interest and texture here and there. Some of it I sprayed, some I used a brush. I did a bunch of different ways. So this was sprayed, obviously. And then I also ended up using the opposite side. I'll see if I can find that. Like, when you spray on a stencil, it obviously is going to have something on its surface. So I'm just trying to see. So here we go. So was this sprayed? I think I sprayed this one. Let it close. Yeah, look, here's my thumb and finger where I was holding that one down. That's funny. Let's see. I'm trying to find. I did a lot of stenciling in here in our colors, using up various things. Here we go. So this is the negative of a stencil. I don't know how well that's showing up. You can see the flowers on there. So basically it's the reverse image when we spray. So I would stick the stencil in the page and then fold the paper down and then give it a good smoosh to pick up the distress sprays that I was using. There's another one that's sprayed, and then find some others here. This one was also sprayed. This was an interesting thing I figured out. So after I did the blotting, I was able to lay the stencil down and then just take one of my brushes and bring it down across the stencil and the paper, and got this kind of really neat pulled kind of wash technique. That's something I'll probably show again sometime because it turned out really cool. Here's the opposite, the reverse side of one of those stencils again. So you can see I did a lot in here. So now what we're going to move on. We're going to start. Here's another pretty page. This is also the reverse side of that stencil. So really, really fun images. So let's get to it. We'll get more decorating done. So we did our front page so that we have our pocket to tuck our little colorway piece. And I might put a little tab or something on here so it's easier to pull in and out. Now, since we did that in the front, I know we have that big back piece, but I'm not ready to do that yet. So I think I'm going to take go to a spot in the middle. And we're just going to start going here and there in the book in general. Find a page we feel like we want to work on, and we're going to just do it and go from there. And I'm seeing what I feel like doing. Maybe I will, these turned out so nice. We'll have to do some more with those too. So what I have is I have my little collection of bins. I'll just show you really quickly. So I have kind of like a little collection of stuff here. So this is all kinds of goodies, some leftover bits and pieces, some scraps from making the journal itself, some other little extras I found. And then in this box that I tucked in here, which is a box for a reference library, these are all some things that I have already made in other videos and things like that I thought would look good with what we have going on here. So we're going to start pulling from some of that stuff to start adding some things onto our page. So maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll just grab one and find a fun spot to put it, and then we'll work on that page. And I have another bin that's got the stencils that we used in it. We have our inks here that go with our colorway. And then I have the leftover fabrics and stuff, so we can pull from that stuff as well. So let's just see. And then I, of course, have things to put into pockets and whatnot. So let's find, so I have some tags. I have this pocket. Let's start with this one. Let's find a spot to put this pocket, which has already been, we've got some goodies in it already, and I think it goes beautifully in this journal. So let's find a spot in here, kind of in the middle, where it's going to work. And we're just going to start adding, oh, you know what? Not quite. I'm just going to start finding places where I feel like things would look nice. Maybe some of the pages that have some text on them. Yes, okay. So that's nice. I like that. But I want to do something back here a little bit. We could just put it in just as is, and then that's it. That's the part that's going there. But I think it would be nice to have some more interest in the background, since this is like a really ornamental and ornate pocket. And yeah, I think we'll put this one right here. I like it. So let's do that, but let's find something to go along our edge a little bit. I'm not quite sure what. Let's see what we got. You know what? Let's do a doily just for fun and to add another texture in here. I know we did one in the front, but I think that would be really cool. And you're a little big. Let's see if I got one that's a little bit smaller. Is this one gonna work good? No. I think this one. I think we will use this one, and we might just have to, I'm gonna leave it hang over the edge since this side is longer. And I think what we'll do is we will attach it so it's going to be glued across the way. So I've got my little seam area here, and I want to add some color to this, so let's do that. What kind of color do we want to add? Do we want to spray it? I kind of want to spray it. That seems like a lot though. Okay, let's brush it. So I'm gonna set this aside a little bit. I'm gonna set you over here, friend, and get my piece of paper here. And let's see, that page could use, it's got that dark green peeking through. Let's go with a little of the purple and a little of the pink, I think. So we're going to use Worn Lipstick and Wilted Violet. And yeah. So let's do some pink. I'm going to bring it around the edge. I might give it a little spritz of water too, just to see what's going to happen with the colors. And we'll go from there. Hope you guys are having a good day. It is a beautiful day here. My son started school this week. That's exciting. And I've been busy garden because I do, like I said, you guys, most of you that have been following me already, you know that I do farmers market and I have a giant garden. I'm just putting this on here and there. And now I'm going to, I also want to get a little bit on this edge and that edge because they're going to stick out. So I'm going to go here. Is that where's my fold? My fold is up here. Okay, so I need a little bit up here. We're going to go around this edge too a little bit. and on the bottom because they're going to peek off the edge of the page. Okay, now I'm going to give this a little spritz with a little bit of water because this is distress ink, so it can have, we can have some fun interactions with our color. So of course, now that I made something wet, I'm going to have to let it dry because of course. So the whole thing of me not wanting to have to wait for something to dry, here I am waiting for something to dry. So I guess we'll set this off to the side for now. We might get some fun color picking up from our paper too. At least we're all in our same colorways here. So we're going to set that off to the side and let it dry and work on another page. So this can go over here, let you dry, and we will come back to this page. We need to mark this page so we do not forget it. So I'm just going to grab a Post-it so I know where I was. So I'm going to just put this here to mark our page. Okay, so let's find another thing to do then, since we have that set. So I'm going to set this over here next to that page that's drying so we know that that's where that's going. Okay, so let's go in the back more. See if we can find another thing or pocket or something. I know I've got a bunch of stuff in here. All right, this is an envelope that we decorated. I did some stenciling and things. So this is a little envelope. Let's make it a flip up so it'll go like this on a page. So let's find a page that it will look nice on and be interesting. Add some interest to a page. Let's do, oh, that's fun. Let's do it that way. Okay, so this is going to be a simple thing. We're going to just put this guy in here. Just going to glue it down on here and go from there. Not everything has to be super fancy. We can just have fun doing our thing. So I am just using some glitter glue on this, and we're gonna glue this on here. And now we've added something interesting on this page a little bit, but we've also added this on this page, and we have, of course, a pretty design that's peeking out. We can see some things. And now I am going to leave some pages a little bit plain and blank because we don't need to decorate everything in our journal. Or at least that's my intention, is to make this for someone else. So whoever ends up getting this journal will have plenty of space that they can write and still have things that they can do on their pages. So not everything has to be completely decorated. If it's a journal you're making for yourself, 100% you can go all out, do everything. I am still going to go all out and do a bunch of stuff, but I'm also going to leave places and plenty of space for other things to be done in our book. So for whoever gets this. So now we've added this little pocket here. Now we have a little flippy. So we love that. And I think we're going to call that one good for now. And let's go on. So this is in the last signature. So let's find something in the next signature. I'm jumping around because I don't want to too heavily decorate in one spot of the book. Now let's see what else we got. I know I've got some other things in here. All right, let's do a flippy. So these are one of these kind of flippy pockets that I make. I do have a tutorial on these. So let's go ahead and find a spot in this next signature to find a spot to decorate a little. That'll add some interest to our pages and make it more interesting. That's such a pretty thing. I don't want to do, I love this page just the way it is, so we're definitely not going to do anything with this one. With these type of pockets, I like to find a sturdier paper. that will hold up well. So I'm looking around at what else we have going on. This might be fun. Do we like that? I do kind of like that. So, okay, so that's our one option. Let's see. We've got plenty of space to work in, that's for sure. Actually, where'd you go? Do we like this? We do. I like this a lot, actually. So, because then this still opens and we can see this beautiful landscape, but it kind of breaks it up just a little bit. First, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to ink the edges of this page all the way around a little. I'm going to ink it in peacock feathers with a dauber. I need a dauber handle. If I can get one out of my drawer. So when you're working on a journal like this, I guess kind of sometimes the goal is important to have in mind, like what's it going to be for? What are you doing with it? Because, so I had this conversation with a friend yesterday. Do you want to have a writing journal that's got some stuff in it? Or do you want to have a a journal full of stuff that's got space to write in it, if that makes sense? So there's like kind of two different ways that I think about it. So do you want your pages to be things that you write on and you have accents of pockets and things like that? So you just have some accents, right? Or are you wanting a journal that has all the things and then those things give you spaces to write? So that kind of can help dictate what your goals are and what your plan is for how you want to do things in your journal too. There's no rules. You can do whatever you want. I kind of end up trying to do a mix. So I'll have blank pages for people to be able to write on. And then I will also fill pockets and make sure that there's plenty of writing space as well in a journal. Do we like the white borders? Maybe. I think we do. Okay, so then this is going to get glued on this page on this side. So that means, oh, do I like that? It kind of cuts into that, but I think it's okay. Does it work better on the other side? No. Maybe we need something different on here now. I should have looked at, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue this on this side. And I kind of want it a little off-centered like that. So now we're gonna put our glue along the edge here, but you don't want it, should make sure that this is on screen here. You don't want to put it into the seam, otherwise it won't open. So I have to be a little bit careful about that. But there we go. I think that is where I want it. That should be good. Give it a good smoosh. There we are. Okay, so that's another little pocket done. There we go. So now it's just kind of, we're going to just keep going through. So I'm going to skip to the next signature because I'm just going to keep spreading out the love a little bit so that we don't have all of our stuff in one place. So I know I've got some more things in here. some of which are pockets and some of which are things to put into pockets. I have this gorgeous pocket. This might need some extra because it's pretty stiff, so I might wait to do that until the end because it's going to need some extra dry time and maybe some clamps. What else do we have? Journaling tags. Oh, here's another fancy pocket. Okay, here's one of these. Gorgeous. A butterfly. The little cluster. Find a good spot. Oh, that looks nice. I like that because it covers up this, but we can still see our lace. So I'm going to cheat it in just a little here. So now we have, and I think I'll do a three-corner or two-sided little pocket here. So this one, I think we're just going to put it in. So the nice thing about doing a bunch of stenciling too in your books is that gives you a very quick way to add an extra dimension, some extra texture. So if you don't want to have a lot of bulk, that is a good way to add another kind of layer of interest. I think this goes well with the colors that are happening here too. And then of course we'll get to put fun stuff in the bucket. Giving that a good smoosh. Okay, let's move on to the next signature. It was toward the end of that one. That's okay. So next signature. And I think this signature is getting that. So we're going to skip this signature and move on to the next one. Yes. All right. So start it. Let's see what else we got in here. We've got another one of those pockets. Another one of those. I'm just looking through my bin here to see what we have happening. Okay. Clippy, flip around. Okay, this one. One of these. So this is going to have to go on this side of the page. So let's see what we find. Especially if we got one that's got some weird text or something on it. Something else. I don't know yet. Maybe this won't be the one. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Turned out really nice. We have lots of pockets in this signature. Still going though. We still got room. Let's see what else. It's nice. Maybe this is not the one to put in here. Is this gonna work? That looks kind of nice. Should we do it? Let's do it. Do it, do it. I need to glue this part down as well. Let's go ahead and give a little bit more of a pop. I'm gonna use, let's see, we kind of have pink here. Let's see if the twisted citron will show up on that green paper. If not, we'll switch to a different color. But I'm going to do that. See how that looks. So I'm going to ink that a little bit. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Let's do it. Might do a little bit more on this one too. So I am just using the dauber to ink around here, and this is green, like a packing paper. And I'm also going to do in here, because we can see, we'll see the edges of this. So I'm just hitting that a little bit. Okay, I like it. I'm going to do a little on this side too. Bring them together. And I don't mind if this is going to get on some of our other pages as well. It'll add some other little textures and fun things. Okay. So just with a little bit of ink, we can add some extra dimension. I want a little bit more on the edge. I want it a little brighter over here. Yes. Yes, please. Thank you. All right. Now we're going to glue this one down. I think I will glue this together first before I glue it in. So these pockets I also have a tutorial on how to make them as well. I shouldn't have glued that on the side. I don't want that glued there. That was silly of me. That was silly. Just the outside. Okay, now same thing, only this side and the bottom. So how are your journals going? Or if you're making a bag journal along, how are they going? What kind of things are you adding in yours? Where are you at with things? We've done the main stuff now. Now it's just it's decorating and adding things, making it the way you want it to be. Okay, all right, so that's good. And then that's ready to have some fun things stuck in there. All right, next. Got one of these pockets. So this can go on either side of a page. So we're gonna go on to the next signature and see if we have a page that needs something. All right, so that goes very nicely on this page, I think. Yes. So this is going to be it's going to be an envelope that we can tuck things in. You know what? I feel like that needs a thumb hole. Let's add a thumb hole really quick to that. Perfect. It just sometimes makes things easier to get out if there's a little bit of a divot. All right, and yeah, let's ink this one too, but let's ink it with pink. Let's do pink. We'll do pink. I know I said I don't mind if it gets on other pages, but sometimes we don't want it on other pages, or at least I don't want it on other pages. You could also put a sheet of paper in too if you wanted to do it that way as well. But if it does get on it a little bit, I don't mind, but I just mostly wanted to get on that part, on the edge. And I'm going to go ahead and do this side too, because this is going to just keep adding a little bit more interest here and there. And even if we decide to do something else on this page, that's totally fine. So now we can put this envelope on here. And I'm going to do it so it's a tuck as well. So we'll have a pocket and then the pocket. Just want to make sure that I was going to have the right sides. So down this edge really well. And on the bottom, looks like we needed a little glue in there anyway. Okay. And then nice. Perfect. And then we're giving that a good smoosh. And this envelope pocket here, junk mail envelope, I also have a tutorial on that as well, on how I make these fun little things. All right, now let's go on to the next signature. And what else do we have? Okay, let's see. Just looking through the contents of this box to see what other, okay, so I have this pocket, which also needs some decoration yet. So I like that. That's kind of nice. Or we can put it on this text and have the garden. Yes, let's do that. And then we have the garden areas, the garden stuff kind of sticking out. And it kind of goes rainbowy kind of feel here too. Good stuff. Good stuff. Are you glued? You are not glued. So does that mean you're blank inside? Yes. Okay. All right. So I think I'm going to leave it so that it could be opened up as journaling space on the inside. But let's ink the edge a little bit. Let's do, I'm looking for the colors. Let's do the peacock feathers. So I'm just inking. I guess I'm going to kind of ink everywhere because when it gets opened, you'll be able to see it too. So and I'm getting ready to start a new project. I had a friend contact me and ask if I would be interested in making a journal for him after he had seen some of my other journals, and he just really likes my style of doing things. And yeah, so I was like, that's cool. Yeah, sure. So we had a chat last night about what kind of things he's looking at. I'm going to do these because if somebody wants to use it as a hidden journaling space, I like to have some interest on the inside. Sorry if you're not, this is kind of everywhere. It's a little bit bigger than I had intended here. Some crinkling. Sorry. So it's another fun character journal. And if anybody saw you've seen the flip throughs that I had of the other journals, and then the Moth and Lightning journal one that I had shown as the process of working on it. So it is for another kind of, it's a character thing, so it has to be there's specifications that are needed, right? So because it is for like a gaming situation, which is cool. I love that. I love how interesting my friends are, and that they are interested in my work and what I do, and basically want to have a piece of artwork that they can have with them when they're being nerdy gamers, I guess. I mean, it is fun to have a cool prop. Like, props are really good and really fun to have when you are gaming. And I have props that I use when I game, so. But like functional props are also a really cool thing, which is why he wanted a journal, because it would be a functional thing that he would be using. Okay, good, good, good. Yes, I love that. Let's do, I'm just adding some extra because I feel like this really straight line is kind of weird. Maybe we'll add something there later. It's a bit much. Okay, so this is going on here. So we're gonna get it. And do we go the whole distance? I think I'm going to inside and bottom, so we can still have a big tuck in the back as well. So I am going to start pulling some things and working on some things for that journal. And I was kind of brainstorming a little bit with my partner about some things last night. Oh, I've got these holes here. I'll just have to, I'm going to cheat it. Nope. I'm going to put it right about here. And then if there's if there's glue on the other side, I'll have to double check, so we don't want our pages to stick together. No, we're good. But we can give it a good smoosh on this side. Much flatter on this side. Okay, so that is that. And this, we are back at the beginning. So we've got space to decorate some more on here if we want to, so we'll come back to that. Now, let's see, is our doily dry? So we can finish that page. I think we'll finish this page and we will call it good. And it looks like it is mostly dry. So there we go. Not as, I mean, if you can see, there is some interesting interaction with the colors. I picked up the, so, okay, let's just get it to it. Now, where was my fold? I don't remember. This side, I think. Take you off. We don't want to accidentally get you stuck in there. That would be no bueno. So, I lost which side it was again. I think it's this side. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. So, put that in there. So we're gonna, the glue on this is going to be interesting. You know what? I think I'm going to, this might work better. I'm gonna put it on the page and then glue the doily to the page. So we will have spots that are going to come through, but it's going to be okay. The pocket is going to go over top, but I just want the whole doily to be stuck down really well, and I think this might be the best bet for that. And then get the fold in there first. And then there we go. Give it a good smoosh, but the edge is going to be weird because we got those holes, but that's all right. And then I'm going to make sure this is right down in there because it's going to be a little weird. Okay. So now we've added some more interesting texture too. Okay. So where did I put? There it is. Okay, so then this is going to go on here like that. And I think I'm just going to glue the whole thing this time. All the way around, all over, because it's on these multiple layers of stuff, and I just want to make sure it's glued on really well so it's not going to come off, since we got a lot going on here. That looks good. Okay, and then I'm going to add one more little thing to this page. Maybe, if I have it here. We might have to come back to that later because I don't think I have what I want. Maybe this will be a good spot to add an interesting focal point of some sort. I will think on that, so we will come back to that. Tell me what you guys think, if you have thoughts. Then we have this fun lady that we should put in here someplace too. And then of course we also will have pockets that we can start filling in, adding some things to as well. So this is where I think we'll end it today. If you guys have any comments, please do share. Let me know if there's some stuff you want me to add in, or that you would like specifically to see me put in the journal, and we will go from there. Or if there's any specific techniques you want to see. But right now, this is where we're at. I might go ahead and add a few more pockets here or there, just to move it along a little bit, and we'll come back in and keep on keeping on, because we've still got plenty of stuff to do. I've got a bin of goodies to tuck into pockets, and we have lots of little tuck spots and things to decorate as well. So we need to, maybe we'll work on some of those next time, find different, you know, these types of pockets, add some other interest, fill those pockets, because sometimes it's the filling the pocket that will finish that page as well. And maybe adding some other little interest to some of our pages. Like, I feel like this could be done. Maybe we could add something else, and I still might, but we'll see. We'll go from there. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Let me know what you're thinking. If you're like, okay, just speed it up, we're done, let me know. I just want to hear from you guys. Anyway, I hope you're having fun. I'm definitely having fun. And don't forget, most importantly, art with your heart. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.